tuning in to KUTV Weekend Live. Now it's the very first Saturday of the 8th month of the year 2025. And here at KUTV, our reporters have been busy as usual, gathering and packaging news stories to get you informed. And Weekend Live starts right now.
This is Weekend Live with Ochieng, Cynthia.
Now, remember that this broadcast is also live across all our social media platforms. On YouTube, it's KUTV News Kenya, and on X, it's KUTV_Kenya. Naomi Ombui is our sign language interpreter for tonight. My name is Ochieng, Cynthia. Welcome. Now, human rights activist Mwabili Mwagodi claims his life is in danger following his recent criticism of the government. Mwabili, who was recently abducted in Tanzania and later found dumped in the Kinondo area of Kwale County, says authorities have denied him the opportunity to officially record a statement at Central Police Station over the ordeal. Listen in.
Speaking out at Central Police Station, human rights activist Mwabili Mwagodi, who was accompanied by his family, narrated his gruesome ordeal in the hands of his abductors and expressed his dismay for being denied the right to record his statement once again.
I'm very fearful for my life right now. There are people who are after me, who are sent by this president.
Abducted activist Mwabili Mwagodi has reiterated that the police have refused to record his statements after he was abducted in Tanzania and later dumped in Kwale County last week. Human rights groups in Mombasa have now accused the Kenyan government of colluding with Tanzania authorities in what they describe as a coordinated effort to silence dissenting voices.
There was potential state involvement. There was potential involvement by the Kenyan state and the Tanzanian state.
Mwabili said that he shall not relent on his quest to speak out and find justice. He called on the youth in the country to remain focused in expressing themselves and fighting for better governance in the future.
And I want to ask all young Kenyans, please, be careful, protect yourselves, tujaribu tufike. Kama ushauri niliopewa na majasusi kutoka nchi jirani, waliniambia kuwa makini ufike mwaka 2027. There is a clear intention to eliminate someone like people like me.
Despite threats to his life and repeated attempts to silence him, Mwabili Mwagodi remains resolute to fight for justice. Patricia Alex for KUTV, Nairobi.
Now, away from that, Deputy President Kithure Kindiki has come out in support of the education funding, stating that the government has no plan to increase school capitation. According to Kindiki, who strongly condemned government critics, noted that President William Ruto's administration is working to improve both the learning conditions and school capitation. Meanwhile, Kikuyu Member of Parliament Kimani Ichung'wah, on his part, called out on the opposition for prompting violence in the country.
And for the last 2 years, fertilizer haijafika 2,500 per bag. Tunataka Mungu akitujalia tupunguze hata zaidi, ikuje chini ya 2,500, ndio wale ambao ni kusalisha chakula ya kutosha ili tuondoe njaa katika taifa letu la Kenya. Jambo la pili ambalo tumekazana nalo kama serikali ni hii kazi, unaona tunajenga masoko ya.
Now, matters health. Kenya's push toward universal health coverage has received a major boost with the launch of the new H. pylori treatment guidelines, with Principal Secretary of Ministry of Health, Dr. Ouma Olunga, saying the move is part of broad reforms meant to strengthen the health system and deliver more equitable services.
Secretary State Department of Health Dr. Ouma Oluga endorsed Kenya's new H. pylori guidelines today. He praised the society's leadership and confirmed the guidelines are under final review and reaffirmed the government's commitment to reforming the health system. In his remarks, Dr. Oluga emphasized that a resilient health system must be built on 3 pillars: scientific evidence, sound administration, and regulatory oversight.
We also need to build research capacity. We also need to build the academic institutions, and we need to build the policies that ensure that health workforce are managed well. The health workforce is the bloodstream of the healthcare system. Without the healthcare workforce, all investments are null, void, and invalid.
The Principal Secretary, Dr. Oluga, also outlined the ministry's reform agenda, emphasizing domestic funding through SHA, expenditure alignment via the Benefits and Tariffs Authority.
In the health financing mechanism, we want to ensure that we get more money for health and more health for money. More money for health, we want to get it from our domestic resources. And so as we increase the way in which we contribute domestically for health, we must also ensure that the money does more. That needs that we establish mechanisms. Part of that mechanism is the Social Health Authority, which is an organization that has been set up to implement that function.
In addition, Dr. Oluga emphasized digitizing healthcare and praised Nairobi Training Center's international collaborations. The conference launched Africa's live endoscopy, cementing Kenya's role as a regional leader in innovation, training, and medical collaboration across Africa.
So that data is flowing, so that data is accurate, so that data is verifiable, and data is visible, so that we can make policy decisions that are reproducible, that if you are in the same position that I am in, and you looked at the same data, you will come to the same decision.
As Kenya positions itself as a regional medical force, today's unveiling marks more than just new guidelines. It signals a health system ready to transform, lead, and deliver. Pesi Achola, KUTV, Nairobi.
And in other news, Malindi Member of Parliament Amina Laura Mnyanzi has called for unified government efforts and collaboration between the national and county levels to fast-track progress towards the project to build classrooms and toilet block at Takai Comprehensive School in Malindi. And as Beryl Atieno now reports, the project aims to accelerate development.
Malindi Member of Parliament Amina Laura commissioned new classrooms at Takai Comprehensive School, calling for unified efforts between national and county governments to accelerate development. Speaking alongside Malindi Sub-County Directors of Education Rashid Bora Adan and Assistant County Commissioner Irene Munyoki, Amina urged coordination between the legislature and the executive arms to better serve the communities. Highlighting ongoing projects in Malindi, MP Amina Laura mentioned 2 classrooms funded by the NGCDF, a Huduma Center expected by 2027, a land registry office for KMTC medical students, and a market that is 90% complete.
Na naona huo mradi tayari uko 90% tayari umeshakamilika. Tunasubiri mambo madogo madogo tu tuweze kukamilisha.
The Director of Education and Authorities urged parents to take responsibility for their children's education and behavior now that new classrooms are built. They emphasized that issues like rights to education should not be handled by police stations, but through proper community support.
Ni jukumu lako kama mzazi kuhakikisha mtoto yako amesoma na atie bidii kwa masomo.
Kesi za watoto ama dhuluma za watoto sio kesi za kudiscuss pale kwa ofisi ya chifu ama pale nyumbani kwenu. Dhuluma za watoto ni za kupeleka police station ndio yule mtoto aweze kupata haki.
The Malindi development projects showcase effective collaboration between the government levels, improving education and community services.
Now, tension gripped Gilgil town after police violently dispersed a political gathering that is organized by leaders allied to the DCP party. The confrontation left one person nursing a gunshot wound to the leg as police fired live bullets and tear gas to scatter the crowd. As a result, chaos erupted as residents sought for safety. This incident unearthed after the leaders accused the Kenya Kwanza administration of mismanaging the economy and education sector, vowing to vote the regime out in the next general election.
Hauna haki kwa maisha ya binadamu yoyote wewe. Ile uhai tuko nayo hapana wewe ulitupatia. Na unajua wewe William Ruto, hiyo nguvu yote unajaribu ku-exercise. Sisi ndio tulikupatia. Ulikuja hapa mlimani ukatudanganya.
Sema hakuna pesa ya shule. Na saa hizi tunaongea na wewe, yule mtu wa fire sijui mimi ni anasema noma si noma. Noma. Nasikia Komolo anapelekea watu pesa. Badala wapeleke hiyo pesa kwa shule, ndio watoto wetu wasome bila malipo. Hiyo pesa wanapelekea watu kwa mfuko, na sisi tunasema wao lazima waende nyumbani raundi hii.
Mimi niko na swali moja tu, watu wa Gilgil nataka niwaulize. Ukienda kwa uchaguzi, uende kwa uchaguzi, ukute ni William Ruto na Rigathi Gachagua, utapigia nani kura? Utapigia nani?
Now, at that point, Weekend Live takes its very first commercial break. We'll be back with more. Stay tuned.
Baada ya kutafuta kazi, tunaweza kuanzisha miradi yetu ambayo ingetusaidia kubadilisha maisha ya wazazi wetu.
Kwa vijana wenzangu, wengi hawana kazi, lakini ikiwa sisi wenyewe tutajiamini, tunaweza kujiajiri wenyewe.
Afrika kwa kweli tuna mahitaji ambayo ukiyasuluhisha unaweza kuathiri watu kwenye bara hili.
Bila uoga, watu huwa na uzalishaji zaidi, wanajawa na ujasiri, wanakuwa wabunifu na wanakuwa wenye maarifa.
Niliamua kuacha kazi, hata kama sitafanikiwa, nitakuwa nimejaribu, nitakuwa najua haiwezekani.
Hakuna kitu cha ajabu hapa. Kila anayepata ufanisi hufanya kazi usiku na mchana.
Kitu kitakusukuma na kuwezesha kupata maarifa ambayo hukuwa nayo.
Tunajaribu kutengeneza kitu kitakachopita mipaka ya nchi hii.
Ikiwa unataka kubadilisha ulimwengu, anza na nyumbani.
Our planet's future is in our hands. However, there is a threat to the brightness of this tomorrow. On EarthCheck, we share the challenges, the solutions, and the hope.
I would call this a very momentous day, a very critical day.
Every episode, every story, every step we take creates a ripple. Join me, the environmentalist Emmanuel Kutosi, on KUTV every Wednesday at 8 p.m. and be part of EarthCheck. Welcome. You are watching Weekend Live with Ochieng Cynthia.
Come back and let's keep on informing you. Now, Kerugoya residents in Kirinyaga County have strongly opposed the decision to relocate the construction of the Kenya Medical Training College, KMTC, from Kerugoya to Kianyaga in Gishugu constituency. Led by the area ward representative Eric Mushina, the residents blamed the government for ignoring public participation, which had initially placed the project in Kirinyaga Central. Pesia Chola now reports.
Kerugoya residents have taken to the streets to protest the government move to transfer the Kenya Medical Training College KMTC project to Kirinyaga, terming the decision a betrayal of earlier promises. Led by local leaders, they lamented the lack of public involvement and expressed fear that the relocation may be part of a larger plan to divert the key development projects elsewhere. Eric Mchina, the area MCA, said residents will pursue all peaceful and legal avenues to oppose the relocation, insisting that the institution must remain in Kerugoya as earlier promised. He also noted that there is no available land for the project in the proposed new site.
Sisi tunahofia kwamba hapa ambapo tulikuwa tujengewe KMTC, Kenya Medical Training College, hilo jambo limeenda likazungushwa. Hii KMTC iondolewe hapa Kerugoya ipelekwe Geshogo kule Kirinyaga. Na mahali wanapeleka Kirinyaga hakuna shamba.
Clement Mushiri, a resident of Kerugoya, urged the area member of parliament to defend the original location, stating that he was directly involved in the land allocation process for the KMTC project.
Nina huzuni ya kwamba hapa tulikuwa tujengewe KMTC. Gavana akapeana shamba tujengewe KMTC karibu na Referral Hospital. Lakini kwa saa hizi niko na huzuni sana sababu hiyo KMTC imehamishwa kutoka hapa ikapelekwa Geshogo. Nauliza ya kwamba MP wetu mbona umelala? Ulisema KMTC inaanza June wakati mlikuwa mmekuja empowerment hapa Kerugoya Boys.
Peter Mrithi, another local resident, stressed the economic importance of having the institution near the referral hospital, saying the project will have uplifted the town by creating employment and stimulating local businesses.
Mekasirika sana kusikia kwamba KMTC yenye ilikuwa ijengwa hapa Kerugoya imeondolewa, sasa wanataka kuipeleka upande mwingine, of which hata watu hapa hawajui, wanaona tu huko, wanasikia tu, hata ni kama government hata itaki kukua inahusisha hao watu wa Kerugoya katika maneno yao. Juu wangefanya public participation, watu waulizwe mnataka aje, mnataka KMTC iende ama mnataka ijengo hapa ama ijengo wapi.
The residents are now demanding an official statement from the Ministry of Health on the matter and have vowed to intensify the efforts to ensure the college remains in Kerugoya as initially planned. Pesi Achola, KUTV, Nairobi.
Thank you, Bessie, for that. Now, stakeholders in Kisii County convened a strategic meeting to strengthen efforts against child labor. The forum, held at Kisii Social Hall, brought together government officials, religious leaders, and community representatives. Janet Mwema, one of the stakeholders, emphasized on the protection of children from child labor and embracing coordination among entities in order to help bring synergies together. Duncan Agunga stressed on stronger policy enforcement, empowering of families economically, and holding perpetrators accountable for whatever happens. Consequently, the Kenya Medical Training College Labour representative Maslin Etiang called for education support, noting that having access to education is the strongest weapon against child exploitation. The forum concluded with renewed commitment from the civil society and faith-based leaders to create safe environment for children.
Our clarion call to the stakeholders in Kisii County and in Kenya as a country is to really try to build synergy and protect the children of this nation, because there is no entity that can work in isolation in the protection of the children. So we also need to inform our children that they have a role to play. They have a mandate as per the Children Act Section 30, and therefore they have a mandate to protect their environment. They have a mandate also to listen and respect their elders, and also not to harm other children and protect each other, be each other's keeper. We also call upon all the entities to ensure that they protect the children from child labor.
And basically, the NCCS, who are the primary
they have the primary mandate to oversee the issues around policy on child protection. The DCS, who are now the implementers, we have all partnered to make sure that the duty bearers really understand what do they need to do to ensure that our children are protected.
All of us put our synergies together. I think the children of Kisii County will get the best, and most of them will go back to school, or if they cannot go back to school, at least they can get decent jobs as the youths. And also as the office, really look forward to see the best way these children can embrace that as a child, I don't need to go to child labor. I need to know my rights and I need to know my responsibilities in order not to be engaged in child labor.
Now, I guess as the residents also have the mandate to protect child labor, now you also have the mandate to keep it here at KUTV. Before we're taking a very short commercial break, we'll be back with more.
My name is Kutv. I'm Associate Professor in the Institute of Philosophy of Jagiellonian University in Krakow, Poland. And I'm the main coordinator of the CAFE project, which is being here hosted by KUTV University.
My name is Ewa Hudoba. I am a project manager in this consortium. Keep watching cutting-edge research at KUTV University Television.
Hi, my name is Stella Tioi.
Jina langu naitwa Okemwa Mokwa James.
This is Mandela Gaya.
Ugonjwa ulipokuja ulichukua siku 3 ukaniweka in coma. 20 wamezikwa, 2 ndio wako hai.
I don't even know how it feels to see.
I feel like I cannot express myself well the way somebody who can walk can actually express themselves.
Ilichukua muda mwingi mrefu tena mpana ili kuikubali kwamba mimi siwezi tembea tena.
I've come to actually accept myself.
Ukijaribu kumsimamisha mtu umwambie tafadhali nionyeshe njia,
they find it quite strange talking to you.
You should just make schools integrated,
inclusive setups
by providing the right facilities.
This year, North Coast Beach Hotel has exciting holiday offers just for you. Whether you're planning a July escape, an August family break, or a magical Christmas getaway. For July special, book 2 nights and get 1 night absolutely free, all for just 17,314 Kenya shillings per person, sharing on half board, as you enjoy access to free swimming, a fully equipped gym, guided reef walks, and a complimentary sauna session for each booking. For August family offer, make memories with your loved ones at only 11,543 Kenya shillings per person, sharing for a 2-night stay on half board. There's free family entertainment, fun indoor games, and lots of activities for children, plus a 10% discount on all extra services during your stay. For the December Christmas holiday, celebrate your festive season in paradise. Book before 31st October to enjoy our exclusive Christmas deal. Stay 3 nights between 23rd December and 2nd January 2026 at only 34,628 Kenya shillings per person, sharing on half board. And for our flexible payment plan, take advantage of our lipa mdogo mdogo and pay in easy installments. Call us today to book on 0722 209 458 or 0733 409 430 or email info@northcoastbeachhotel.com. North Coast Beach Hotel, your home in paradise.
Welcome back, and let's get sporty. Now, President William Ruto has pledged over 600 million to the Harambee Stars if they emerge victorious in the CHAN 2024 tournament. And as Kenya prepares to kick off its campaign, President William Ruto has called for total national support, declaring football the country's top priority this month.
President William Ruto has unveiled a monumental incentive package for the national football team Harambee Stars ahead of the CHAN 2024. The president announced a 600 million shilling reward if the team clinches the title.
This is a very historic moment for Kenya. It is the first time in the history of football that Kenya is hosting CHAN.
The president announced that the government has tripled the reward for each player to do their best.
For every game, for every game you win, every player here gets 1 million shillings.
The president further promised that the team will receive 90 million shillings for reaching the finals and 70 million shillings for reaching the semi-finals and 60 million shillings for reaching the quarter-finals. Each player is set to earn 1 million shillings per win and 500,000 per draw.
I think I've been in the national team for the last 15 years.
President Ruto urged all Kenyans to rally behind Harambee Stars, temporarily setting aside political affiliations and declaring the team as the nation's political party, terming it as a historic moment.
It cannot get better than this. Sawa sawa. Nimesema kila kitu times 3. Ndio sasa kila mtu acheze kama yeye. So every game that you win, kila player 1 million, total 40 million. If you qualify at the quarters, same, total 60 million. If you qualify at the semis, 70 million. If you qualify at the finals, 90. You're the total 600 and some.
All eyes are now turned to Dar es Salaam as the Stars begin their quest for continental glory. Blue Smile Hassan, KUTV.
I'm sure.
Now that is a very good reward for our team. All the best as you kickstart the plays over here in Kenya. And that is all we had prepared for you here in the KUTV Weekend Live. And it's a good night from me. On-side language interpreter tonight was Naomi Omboy. Good night. Till next time.